We are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle. Today, we will recap a little bit of NFL action from this weekend, what happened there, how our plays went. We did have a another profitable NFL week, so happy with that. Great thanks to the San Francisco 49ers for covering that spread and keeping us in first place in the Pub Sports Radio contest. So excited for all of that good stuff. Let's get it. Stop Geo. I'm currently trying to put plays up on the site as we're doing the show because the back end of the site is taking forever. So if I look off to the side, it's because sometimes it's gonna take a little bit to buffer and then get right in there. So if I'm looking off to the side, that's the reason why. And stop Geo. I will be putting up your guy's player prop, Maxime or whatever his name is. I will be getting to him as well today. I'll put him up on the site for you because I put him up on the site for you last time and he cashed for me. And I'm going to continue to trust you, Stop Geo. So let's do it. We'll go ahead and recap. We'll go look back at yesterday. What went right, what went wrong in the world of sports betting there. And we were up 3.5 units yesterday. And by the way, one of the new things with picks and parlays is you're allowed to put 1, 2, and 3 unit plays up on the site. Now the 2 and 3s are going to be a little bit more limited because you're only allowed a certain amount per month because they don't want leaderboard chasing and all that stuff. But we did have a 2-unit play. Unfortunately, yesterday my 2-unit play did lose, but we started off the day pretty nicely. Sacred Heart first half +6. They covered that. Good thing I took the first half instead of full game because they got absolutely blown out full game. Then you had Wazoo in the bowl game. They win 34-21, winner there. Denver +18.5 versus Tulsa in basketball. They lose by 5, cash that. Coastal Carolina +9.5 versus St. Joe's. They say leave those points at the dang door. And they cover that spread. Eastern Michigan team total under 65.5. They finish at 64. So winners on 5. My first 5 plays. Boston first half was nowhere close. They lose it outright by 18 when I had the -5.5 in the first half. Davidson couldn't keep it close against Kansas. They lose by 29. Does not cover the 17.5. First half under for Missouri. They finished with 25 in the first half, so nice winner there. I did go to the ECU UNC basketball game yesterday. Yeah, it was a blowout. ECU first half, ECU full game loser. It is what it is. I'm not overly concerned about that one. That's not edit. Undo. There we go. So we did have a double loser on that one. The over in the IUPUI game, winner there. With that one, IUPUI kept that one close for a little bit. San Francisco 49ers on the spread. Bang, bang, Niner gang. We got that one. I actually had them up twice, so that was a double winner. The Utah Jazz is my 2-unit play, and yeah, they were down 19-0 to start, and I believe they were down 20-something or 18 or something after the first quarter. They never got close enough to win that game. They lose by 23. I did have Memphis to end the night +16.5, and they did barely cover that spread. So we were up 3.5 units yesterday, looking to keep it rolling today. I don't have my plays tracked, still trying to finish putting all my plays up on the site. Free picks for today. I did take the Flames money line in the NHL, and the Flames are against Edmonton today. So we did fade Edmonton. For the bowl game, I did take Louisville over, I believe it was Toledo. In that bowl game, 6.5. I believe it's up to like 7.5 now. I got it at a good number, so yikes. But I still think they win by double digits, so I think we'll be just fine. Grambling State +28.5. I took them. They were against Ohio State. And I took the Dallas Mavericks plus 6.5 against the Nuggets. So faded my Nuggets again, just because I think it's just way too many points. That's it. But we'll go ahead and look back at the NFL from yesterday, or not from yesterday, from this weekend in general, because I did not do a show yesterday to begin with. We start off in the 1 o'clock card, the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. I had the Cleveland Browns plus 10.5. I gave out on Twitter. I didn't put up on the site because I'm not putting a 17-1 on the site. I mentioned that the game could go to overtime. It was close because it was a 3-point game and the Browns had the ball and with less than 2 minutes to go. So could have easily went to overtime. It did not, unfortunately. But Cleveland plus 10.5 was a winner. One of our first contest plays. So we had the loser on the Seahawks minus 1.5 on Thursday night. I had another loser to start off with, or to go 0-2 to start with the Dallas Cowboys. So that was unfortunate. Dallas loses by 17. So 0-2 start there. Chargers, I believe, have now clinched a playoff spot. It was not because of that. They've clinched a playoff spot because of the Colts losing last night. We'll talk about that more. The Titans outright against the Chiefs. I took the Chiefs in that game thinking, hey, that line dropped a bunch. I got a good number. No, didn't matter. Wish I gotten. It is what it is. Titans ruined their tank. First home win of the year. They advanced to 3-12, and don't know why they won that game because now they're putting themselves out of the spot for the first overall pick. So not really a smart win for them, but it's the Titans. So I also had the Dolphins. They lose by 24. I figured, hey, I'm gonna fade them after they benched Tua. It didn't matter. Because Quinn Ewers is just as bad. So ugly game there for that one. In terms of the cripple fight, the Jets and the Saints. The Saints win 29-6 against the Jets. Jets drop to 3-12. Saints to 5-10. Who's surprised that the Jets suck? I am not. I'm a Jets fan. I'm not surprised at all. So not both of those teams were eliminated pre-game, so it didn't really matter to begin with. Speaking of two teams that don't really matter to begin with because they're both eliminated, the Vikings win by 3 over the Giants in what was a very ugly game, 16-13. I feel bad for anybody who actually watched that game. You don't deserve to torture yourself that way. But that was an ugly game. Didn't bet anything in it. Happy I didn't. I took the under in the Panthers game. Under 46. It lands at 43. So nice winner there. The Panthers with a 23-20 win against the Buccaneers to take the lead in the division. And they cashed my win total over for that as well. So Panthers win next week against Seattle, and I believe they're in. Actually, it's a win next week and a Tampa Bay loss. And I think it's the same deal the following week, even if both go wrong this week. If the Panthers win, they should clinch. Panthers win and a Bucs loss, and they clinch. It has to happen one of the next 2 weeks. But Panthers control their own destiny. We'll see how that goes. Because I have them plus 360 to win the division. So let's go. And then next up is the Jaguars and the Broncos. I had the Broncos. They lose by 14. It's unfortunate. Jaguars controlled the game the entire time. Jaguars have clinched a playoff spot. Good for them. And we go and we got another team clinching playoff spots. Oh, by the way, Bills clinched a playoff spot too, with the Colts losing on Monday Night Football. Bum fight. The Falcons get their 6th win of the year against the Cardinals. Cardinals drop to 3-12. None of that matters. Both teams are eliminated from playoff contention. Anyway, the Pittsburgh Steelers are in play to clinch the division next week. They need to win against the Browns, or they need the Ravens to lose to the Packers. If neither of those happens, then the Steelers need to win in week 18, 17? Week 18 in order to clinch the division. But Pittsburgh right on the doorstep of clinching the division. Raiders and the Texans. Sorry. Texans with a 23-21 win, barely winning that game. Raiders plus 14 was another one of our contest plays. So we had them. So nice winner with them. They were one of our two. We ended up going 2-3 in the contest. Luckily, everybody else in the contest sucked too. So it kind of helped out. So that's interesting there. But we did have the Raiders in the contest. Obviously, plus 14, they lose by 2, covers the spread. Baltimore blows an 11-point lead in Sunday Night Football against the Patriots. Patriots continue to be undefeated on the road, which is very, very interesting to see. I did not expect that to happen. It's 28-24 win there. We did have the Ravens as a contest pick, so unfortunate there. That was our third loss. But Ravens playoff hopes are hanging on an edge. They need to beat Green Bay, need to hope that the Cleveland Browns can beat Pittsburgh, and then if that can happen, then they just need to win it in against the Steelers in the last week. But not looking great, and Lamar Jackson is hurt, so we'll see. And then the Niners was our final pick. We went 2-3. They win 48-27 against Old Man Rivers. Rivers put up a good fight. I'm not gonna shit talk Rivers because Rivers put up a good fight, 27 points, but unfortunately not enough for the Colts. Niners cash that play. Fun. So fun week. I want to quickly look. When is the college football playoff coming back? I believe that's not this Saturday, but I think it's the following Saturday, which would make sense. So that they all get another week off. January 1st, December 31st. So we'll talk about them next week. Although I like Texas Tech. First leans is Texas Tech. It's Indiana. Kind of lean towards Ole Miss. And kind of lean towards Miami, but we'll see. Because that line's dropped from 11.5 down to 9.5. So interesting there. So that might be a Miami play, but we'll see. We'll talk over those games another time. Once again, we got Toledo and Louisville kicking off in 20 minutes. So that will be that's one of our free picks. I have Louisville. I got it at 6.5. I believe. Holy crap, they're up to a 12.5. They're up to a 12.5. Are you kidding me? That's insane. That's nuts. Well, I guess that Louisville's not gonna. Here, I'll switch my free play for you guys because that's not fair. That's not fair. We'll go Southern Miss. I believe it's Southern Miss money line. That was a plus 120. Well, we'll go with Southern Miss as your free pick instead because that's not fair for me to give out a minus 6.5 for a game. That's a 12.5 point spread now. So Southern Miss in that one. Grambling State was against Ohio State. I just don't think Ohio State should be that big of a favorite. I think it's a little bit much. Oh, by the way, I did have a couple plays already today. I had Campbell first half minus 1.5, which was a winner. I had Army first half. I believe I had Army first half. Sounds right. And that one did not cash because they actually lost the first half outright. So, yeah. Oh, stop, Gio. Let me go look up your player. He's in a Kings. He's a Kings player. Player props. You want to go, it's Maxime. Maxime Renaud. And you like points and rebounds last time. We got 21.5 at minus 120. So we'll do that. We'll put up that for you as well. No, not that Kings, not the Vikings. Jesus. Sacramento Kings. Does that have player prop? It does. Let's see. Do we have Maxime? Okay, Maxime. Yay! Props, player props, points, and rebounds. All right. I don't even have to type it up anymore. That's great. That I like. That I like. Hey, stop, Gio. I'm playing with house money now. If I lose, it's no big deal. I enjoy it because I remember you gave me a fun one earlier in the season with a player from Philadelphia, and it hit. So I'm like, I'm going to trust Stop Gio if he comes in here with a player prop. You don't bet any other NBA? Can't say I don't blame you. The product is so hit and miss these days. Today in the NBA, I gave out. I gave out the Mavericks. Other than the Mavericks, I'm on. What was I on in the NBA? Let me pull that up. Wizards. On the Wizards. Wizards, Suns. Yeah, and Mavericks. And Spurs. No, sorry, Thunder. I still bet it. I don't talk about it as much because, it's not as good of a product. I can't wait until baseball season to come back because those shows are going to be really fun. I'm going to break down a bunch of stuff. We'll have a bunch of player props. Baseball, I'm excited for. Not to mention college baseball, I'm pumped for. Can't wait. So lots of good stuff eventually coming for that. But I'm still trying to get your play up on the site. Once again, it's taking a little bit because the site's annoying with speed now. I don't know why, but it's annoying. Roger that. Yep. And then real quick, because not a lot of people show up to the shows anymore, I'll talk about what's on the site for NHL as well. NHL is over in the Pens game, over 6.5. It's the Rangers on the money line. It's the Sabres on the money line. It's the Devils on the puck line. It's the Panthers on the money line. It's the Predators on the money line. And it's the Flames on the money line. And I was close to betting the Sharks too, but I did not end up taking the Sharks. But that is the hockey card for today. And then because I noticed today's the last day of hockey until the 27th. So, by the way, your play is now up on the site. We're good to go. Woo-woo. So I'll be able to track all my stuff now too. And we can get going with this stuff because I'm not gonna do any packages today because this has all been one big headache. I'm going to take that. Where is the? I need more than 10. Oh. It was 20. I got 22.5 on your player prop at minus 103. That works. And then we keep on rolling. Louisville. minus. I got 7.5 on it. Southern Miss at plus 120. I got the Washington Wizards at plus 6. Dallas Mavericks at 7.5. Oklahoma City Thunder at 5.5. The Camels 1.5 in the first half. I had Army minus 4.5 in the first half, which came nowhere close. So I'm 1-1 to start the day. I've got the Suns. I got that at 4.5. That's up to a 6 now. That's fun. Gramblings at plus 28.5. That game starts in 15 minutes. Nova plus 140. The over in the Toronto game. Rangers money line. Panthers money line. Devils puck line. Sabres. And I think I want to add one more hockey play because I want to add Josh Norris. I know I don't do player props as crazy. But I want to do Josh Norris. So we're going to go ahead and add Josh Norris point. I believe that's minus 115. So Josh Norris point. Sabres. And then once I do that, then we'll kind of wrap it up for today. We're looking for Josh Norris player points. What's the line on it? Player prop. Josh Norris. 9 and under. I want an over. Over at minus 118. We'll grab it at over at minus 118 for points for Mr. Josh Norris against his former team. I like that spot. But that's pretty much it for today's show. I know it's not a long show. Christmas break's coming up, so no hockey for the next 3 days after this. NBA, there'll be games on Christmas, obviously. I'll probably have a free pick video out for a Christmas game within the next day, and we'll go from there. More bowl games. There will definitely be more there'll be bowl games up on the site. If you guys have not checked out the site, picksandparleys.net, make sure you guys go ahead and do so. That's where you can find all of Earle Sports Bet's best bets over on the site. Until next time, I'll be back tomorrow. Peace out, guys.